numbers video here. Okay, want to discuss oil. We do have Canadian GDP coming out very soon, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here's the dollar CAD. I'm going to be really brief in this video. Just give you an idea of why I decided to actually go long the CAD. Not the dollar CAD, but just go long the Canadian dollar in general. Which means, of course, we would be shorting this dollar CAD, which I'm getting ready to do. Okay, 131.05. I feel that we're going to come back up and we're going to go ahead and respect this overhead resistance, and then I believe we're going to head down further. Let's wait and see. Um, that's a simple summary before I even begin to go any further. We have the 130 below us, okay? This over here is a Fibonacci retracement level. I drew it from the top to the bottom. 76 is not on here, but it should be coming in right around where we are. I think it's 78. I don't use that fib much, but over here we got the trend line, so that kind of is going to take the place as the overhead resistance, and I think this trend line is pretty important. We jump to oil over here. And by the way, that was on the daily. So I'm kind of looking at the big picture, because with the big picture, it's easier to see because dollar CAD can get really intraday choppy. Okay, so here we go on the oil. This is the daily chart. Daily chart is still looking a bit rough. You know, if you're taking longs, you're like, I'm not sure. I do have this pretty valuable key level here that I think is going to hold is the 50 level key. 45, 42. Not too far away right here. We may come down, spike there in oil inventories, and then take off to the upside. So remember, not only did we have the Canadian news, we also have oil inventory that's going to be coming out at 10:30. So definitely keep abreast at the news, because when it comes to oil news, it's pretty darn relevant. Some other news, every day there's stock market news, Forex news, and you're like, well, what do I believe? And how come this happened? And now the dollar is going in the opposite direction than I thought. And sometimes that's even going to happen with the oil inventory. You'll see builds, or, the opposite type of news, and it's going in one direction, like, well, wait a second. There was a lot less of a build than we expected. And how come oil is shooting higher? Or I should say inventories increase substantially. How come oil is shooting higher? Whatever it may be. Technicals first, news second, but I think keeping note and a watchful eye on the news and seeing how the market is going to react when news comes out can give you a pretty substantial signal. For example, we got good news coming out in the stock market or in oil, and it's going down. Stock market going down, oil going down. That tells you that there is something called relative weakness. Hence, the opposite. We have bad news coming out in the oil market that should be bearish, and what's happening? We're getting some rallies. Okay, or same thing happens with stock market. Excuse me. So keep these things in mind. That it's not the news, it's how the market reacts to the news that is important. And that alone can give you a pretty good gauge and a good signal and direction for what may happen with the US dollar for that day. And of course, the stock market. So why keep bringing up the stock market? You're probably like, well, this is Forex. Well, everything plays a role, and I'll get to that in another video. Let's keep this one short. I'm going to upload it, and then I'm going to get to trading, but I am shorting dollar CAD here at these levels. Everyone have a good one.